Hello. It is Tuesday, November the 5th, and we are continuing our look at the book of Esther. This is the Greenbrier Valley Church of the Nazarene, and this is your daily devotion for today. And it is Tuesday, November the 5th, Election Day. And we will be in chapter 7 of Esther, verses 1 through 10. Here's the word of the Lord. So the king and Haman went to Queen Esther's banquet. And as they were drinking wine on the second day, the king again asked Queen Esther, "What is your petition? It will be given to you. What is your request? Even up to half the kingdom it will be granted." Then Queen Esther answered, "If I have found favor with you, your majesty, and if it please you, grant me my life. This is my petition, and spare my people. This is my request. For I and my people have been sold to be destroyed, killed, and annihilated. If we had merely been sold as male and female slaves, I would have kept quiet, because no such distress would justify disturbing the king." King Xerxes asked Queen Esther, "Who is he? Where is he, the man who has dared to do such a thing?" Esther said, "An adversary and enemy, this vile Haman." Then Haman was terrified before the king and queen. The king got up in rage, left his wine, and went out into the palace garden. But Haman, realizing that the king had already decided his fate, stayed behind to beg Queen Esther for his life. Just as the king returned from the palace garden to the banquet hall, Haman was falling on the couch where Esther was reclining. The king exclaimed, "Will he even molest the queen while she is with me in the house?" As soon as a word left the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face. Then Harbona, one of the eunuchs attending the king, said, "A pole reaching to a height of 50 cubits stands by Haman's house. He had it set up for Mordecai, who spoke up to help the king." The king said, "Impale him on it." And so they impaled Haman on the pole he had set up for Mordecai. Then the king's fury subsided. And that is the word of the Lord. Our article today is titled "A Sacrificial Life." Article today is written by Bethany Aker. Here's what Bethany writes for us today. Esther was finally with Xerxes at the right time and place and could make her petition for the king to stop the genocide of the Jewish people. The entire narrative has been building for this very moment. Esther risked her life on behalf of the Jewish people in hopes that the king might listen, believe, and take action. Her courage was rewarded. The actions of Haman were brought to light, and the next chapter tells of a new decree that was written that saved the Jewish people. This passage reveals Esther's character as one who reflects the nature of God. With the full knowledge that she could be killed for approaching the king and asking such a thing, Esther risked her own life for the lives of others. This is how God calls us to live. For you and I, this looks very different from Esther's story. However, the call of God is the same, to lay down our lives for those around us. This often takes courage, inconvenience, and uncomfortableness. Just as God was faithful to Esther, God will be faithful to you also. The hymn today is "I'll Go Where You Want Me to Go" by Mary Brown and Charles E. Pryor. I'll say what you want me to say, dear Lord. I'll be what you want me to be. And from the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 16, this is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. And this is your daily devotion for Tuesday, November the 5th. Have a blessed day.